Martina Hingis, the Swiss Miss, who spent 209 weeks as world #1, came out of retirement again this year and is showing the world that she's still in it to win it. In 1996, when she was just 15 years old, Martina Hingis became the youngest major champion of the 20th century in the ladies' doubles at Wimbledon. In 1997, she won her first singles Grand Slam at the Australian Open and went on to win the Wimbledon Championships and US Open that same year. Martina Hingis was and still is an absolute tennis sensation. 97 to 99, when you were probably in high school, you owned the WTA Tour. Do you feel that when you achieved success at such a young age, you missed out a little bit in being a teenager, a couple things your friends were able to do that you couldn't do?
Actually, I'm happy I had this life because, you know, life doesn't run away from you. It's always there, and, you know, once you've been to one or two nightclubs, it's like, okay, been there, done that. You know, they're always going to be there, and but you're not going to get younger anymore. Sometimes I wish I was 25 again. Especially in the career is very short. You know, you think like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, where other jobs you can do, you know, till you're like 50 or 60. But in sports, the time that you have is very limited. So I'm very happy I did it at a young age.
Martina came back into the professional tennis scene with a bang when she won the mixed doubles at the Australian Open this year with India's Leander Paes. An emotional win, as this was the site of her first Grand Slam victory 20 years ago.
I felt like going back in time. You know, it's almost been like 20 years ago when I held the title in singles and won a few doubles titles as well. And you know, to win my second mixed, it felt amazing.
In 2013, Martina was inducted into the most elite group in the sport, the International Tennis Hall of Fame. The CEO, Todd Martin, announced that Martina is now the first ever global ambassador for the Hall of Fame.
To be able to attract I think the youngest Hall of Famer, the only that is still active, one that has achieved excellence beyond excellence. It's icing on the cake, and it's a wonderful way to start this initiative for the Hall of Fame.
The Swiss Miss made sure she could still play professional tennis if she took on the global ambassador role. She's never felt comfortable leaving her racket for good.
When I started just after the induction in the Hall of Fame, it was like a dream. You know, it felt very far away. I had hoped, otherwise I wouldn't have picked up the racket and played again. I always enjoyed the game, and doubles I thought, okay, it's not as physical as the singles game, so I gave it a try, and later on, yeah, since probably we won Miami with Sabine, that gave me that kick, and that was nice. If I didn't have a chance to win the tournaments, I wouldn't be out here either, and that's the goal. And you know, winning matches the way we played also with Sanya the last let's say 4 or 5 months. It's been incredible, and I'm enjoying this journey.
Sania Mirza, India's female #1, is Martina's ladies doubles partner. Wimbledon is their second Grand Slam together, and they have tremendous chemistry on and off the court. I asked the pair what makes their partnership click.
We had a dream start, really, you know, and then we've known each other a long time, but now I think we've become friends as well, which is great, and for me it's an honor to play with her.
Like Sanya said, like it's you go out there, you're not always like, I had a terrible practice yesterday, I'm like, I almost wanted to cry, I'm like, I can't play tennis anymore, and then you still go out there today, and you help to motivate each other, and you know, we've been you know, playing together since March, and like she said, it was like a dream start, and obviously you look for someone who has the strength and weaknesses that could match, and work on them, and always try to get better, because the others are also, you know, scouting on you, and so that's the constant improvement. I think it's also very important to go out there every day and try to get better.
Hingis is also impressed with the growth of tennis in Asia and how much popularity the sport is garnering in the region.
The players that, you know, emerge from China and from Asian countries, it's, you know, about 20 years ago you had 2-3 players, now you have 20, you know, so it's such a big change, and you have Olympic champions, you know, in doubles, and they've learned a lot.
Martina's mother, whom she always lovingly references throughout her career, named her daughter after the great Martina Navratilova.
For her, it was really important to have me teach an all-around game. So I could, I mean, I was naturally probably not the most aggressive person, or just to naturally serve and volley, but she wanted me to play volleys, and with the doubles, it also helps you to hit those transition shots, obviously, like when you from the baseline to come in and not be scared of hitting the volley. And yeah, that was very important. So that's why, me personally, I preferred it instead of having to practice. So it was nicer to have company on the court, because you always you're as a team and you're not alone.
Hingis has made a tremendous comeback and has the respect of everyone in the game. I asked the Swiss star what kind of advice she'd give her 15-year-old self now that she's experienced so much in her incredible career.
Listen to your mother more, but I think this is like what you don't always say, because you start to grow as a person, you start to have your own ideas, things of how you want to live your life and everything, but tennis was always there to guide me. So that was one thing that I'm always grateful for, to have my mom there, and tennis, the game, that was always there for me.
So listen to your mother more, and one other sentence, what would you tell her?
You should never have regrets. I mean, you make your own experiences and sometimes your own mistakes, but that makes you stronger at times, and that's what you learn from and to become more successful.
Don't worry, be happy.
Exactly.